Welcome to Theale Wellbeing Centre. Today our guest is Paul, and Paul is going to talk about his experience of using the Wellbeing Centre. So Paul, how did you find out about the Wellbeing Centre?
It's been quite a while, actually. It's been I think I found out probably about 10 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, since it's not quite its inception, but I was introduced to it by my partner, who came to work here, and it's just been a real joy, actually, I have to say, just coming in. I can remember 10 years ago, they used to do yoga upstairs.
Yes.
It was one of the first things that I used to come to, a little room, and it used to get really crowded up there, but it was so wonderful. We had a selection of yoga teachers would come in, and so that became quite a regular sort of thing that I would come to. Fortunately, I don't think we do it anymore, but it's just been quite a long journey, really, of knowing that there's some way that you can come that kind of looks after you, I think.
I think that's a lovely way of thinking about it. And which one of the services have you used here, or the therapies?
So I was having to think about this, actually. Quite a few for various things. I obviously get myself into plenty of scrapes, but osteopathy I've done. Yeah. I think that was for a tennis elbow. Oh. Yeah, I don't play tennis, so I'm not quite sure how that happened, but yeah, I had some treatment for.
You use your computer quite a lot.
I do, and I think that was probably something to do with it. But that was sort of sorted out. So that was a couple of sessions. Lots of sports and remedial massage. Certainly when I was originally coming. I did running. I did do a lot of running, and so I would come in for some treatments, sometimes just to relax. Yeah. And I think that's one of the sort of nice thing about I suppose the idea of Theale Wellbeing is that it takes a sort of a holistic approach to everything. So it's not just about I've got a problem, so I need to get somebody to see it. It's almost about maintenance, really, in some ways. And so, as a runner, as I was, I would just come in for sort of reasonably regular treatments, just as a MOT of sorts, really. And so, yeah, plenty of massage, and podiatry. So I've regularly, every 6 months or so, I come see the podiatrist, and have a little checkup and have that sorted out as well. So yeah, so quite a few. I had a wonderful massage the other week, actually, with one of the practitioners, which was very much about a well-being. And that was really wonderful. It was really lovely to have her back in the fold. She used to be here a while ago, and I can remember some glorious Thai yoga massages, which were just delightful. And she's back, and I had a really lovely session a couple of weeks ago. And that was very much just, I want to relax. I want to just have an hour just to sort of me time, I guess.
It is, it's wonderful, isn't it? I too had a massage last week, and because I too use a computer a lot, and I find that across my trapeze, there's a lot of stress there. Yeah. And wow. Almost immediately you're like, oh wow, it all gets released. And we've done a blog on the benefits of having regular massage
Yeah.
to your whole well-being.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's wonderful. And this week I tried out Reiki as well.
Oh, what was that like?
It was really interesting, actually. Yes, it was. It was fascinating, and I think I will do another session because I found it so interesting. I think I'm quite a spiritual person.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one point where she was holding her hands over my face. I had my eyes closed, but I could actually see things coming towards me.
Okay.
So what she would say is that's the energy of the universe entering my body.
I think there's a really nice mix. I think that more sort of spiritual side of well-being combined with something that's a little bit more practical. And I think one of the things, or sort of part of Theale Wellbeing's DNA is embracing both sides, or not being adverse to sort of welcoming those two sides. You know, sometimes they can be quite separate, but you do come in and feel like that you can be comfortable leaning into a sort of more holistic side of treatment, as well as something that's a little bit more kind of practical and clinical. Yeah. I did actually, thinking of that, just reminded me I have had acupuncture here as well.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, and so
that's amazing, isn't it?
yeah, I'd had acupuncture many years ago, and again for more anxiety-based issues as opposed to any physical issues, and so that was really nice to sort of welcome that back into my days. So yeah, that was good. So there's just an all-round sort of set of treatments that you can have just to keep you kind of ticking over.
Yeah, it's truly a well-being centre.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I suppose the overriding thing that's been present in all the time that I've been coming here is that welcoming sense that you get. There is a pervading atmosphere in the place that's just so welcoming and gentle and fun. But it's not a clinical environment in that sense. You know, there's a softness to everything that I find really appealing. There's a lovely sense that this is in the community and it's serving the community. That everybody's welcome, and it I think it serves the village and the surrounding area sort of extremely well.
Yes, we often have people who come in with their partners.
Yeah.
And to have a chat and maybe a cup of tea or a cup of coffee whilst their partner is having their treatment, if they don't go in the treatment room with them. And yeah, there is that feeling that you're welcome here. Yeah. You know, please come in and have a seat and have a chat.
Yeah.
And that's part of how we feel about the way we work. So, Paul, thank you very much for today.
No, it's a pleasure.
It's been lovely having a chat with you.
No.
And we'll see you again soon.